Hello, I'm Mantastic'c and Fantastic, and today I want to talk about my team I utilized to tackle the new UN3 title challenge. So, it is Kuros with Grannerv, because they are the newest and latest thing, and even though this dungeon is wood-heavy boss, your dark sub-attributes still do comically high amounts of damage. And for this team, only Grannerv and both Kuros deal meaningful amounts of damage. Everyone else is kind of just cheerleaders at this point. But when team building, these are the things you need to take into consideration. You want to have orb generation solution, aka some way to make water and dark orbs consistently. Both Kuros solve that problem. But with Vione and Yukine, I get a bit of extra zest. You want piercing. So piercing is Yukine. So Yukine, when she transforms, is a 3-turn cooldown that also pierces. But she also brings you a spinner, which can fix bad boards, along with a movement time buff. So pretty invaluable overall. And then you also need to bring a cleric. And Vione is going to be your cleric, I'd say, in most cases, because when she transforms, the 4-turn cooldown with a full board change, which is important to fix bad boards, and I'll explain why that matters in a moment, and L's to utilize the L assist recovery, return latent awakening, and then you need something with shielding. And shielding is actually Grigory with his spiral wall. It's a looping shield active. And Grannerv is your absorption cancellation. So basically, to summarize, you need 5 things: absorption, orb generation, piercing, cleric, looping shield. Find a way to match all 5 of those, so to speak, and you can build a team. Now, let's kind of go through the team a little bit by bit for this particular dungeon and talk about possible alternatives we can actually utilize. So, Grannerv is the ideal pairing, simply because when they're transformed, they give you auto follow-up attack. You don't have auto follow-up attack otherwise. You're not going to be happy having to make manual follow-up attacks when you want to match 4 hearts every time. So, he is your solution for that. He has a beautiful active skill, just an incredible high-value card all around, great leader. He could be your leader or friend's leader, but you want to have access to at least 2 Kuros. So, statistically speaking, there's a good chance you only have 1 Kuro. If you have only 1 Kuro, you can instead use Grannerv as a leader, friend for the second one. Or if you never rolled Grannerv and somehow got 2, use both of them. 1 as a leader, 1 as a sub, friend, Grannerv. Everything is still addressed, so to speak, and you'll be fine. But for Kuro himself, the reason why he's the best choice is because he deals comically high amounts of damage, and he has a 2-turn active skill that creates exactly 4 water darkened hearts while also removing orb blocks. It's just amazingly strong in that regards overall. And then you can have alternatives. So alternative orb generators, I'm going to pull up the ones that I can think of quite well. There is Karen Dragon. Nowhere near as good overall, but Karen Dragon gives you a 3-turn orb generation that gives you water, wood, dark, and hearts in that exact order. So there is the small likelihood that you don't make enough dark orbs or heart orbs because your board was already pre-filled with lots of those, like say water orbs already. You may not actually generate the dark or hearts. It's definitely less ideal by comparison. It also can solve as another alternative to piercing or void damage void. Another alternative is Yukine. She is your piercer of choice. And why is she the piercer of choice? Well, when she transforms, she gives you cloud and tape resist naturally. So you don't have to worry about all the nonsense that takes away your assist beforehand. And she also gives you a 3-turn cooldown orb generating active skill. But it's a special type of orb generation because it creates a spinner with movement time. So movement time lets you override debuffs, which are annoying, and the spinner itself lets you fish out any orb. But the value is much greater than a spinner because you can actually fix bad boards. There are going to be many instances where it's, say, like a full board of heart orbs. You can't use Kuro to make orbs for you at that point because he cannot take away existing dark or water or heart orbs to make these water, dark, and heart orbs. So it is a big problem when you can't activate because it's full heart board. A spinner solves that problem. So they can help close the orb generation loop. Academy Ina is another person who can help close the loop, but like Karen Dragon, they are on a 3-turn cooldown, so you'll need to make sure you have enough orb generators to make this work. Basically, if you don't have access to a total of 2 Kuros, you will have to utilize 2 3-turn orb generators possibly, and then the other 1 Kuro that you have access to close the gap. Ina gives you movement time. It gives you a better orb generator in terms of making only the colors and hard orbs you like, while enhancing them to get rid of negative orbs, but she doesn't give you orb unlock, which again may or may not be a problem, but it's another thing to keep in the back of your mind. She's a great healing stick overall with those enhanced hard orbs and a zillion RCD overall, so she makes big healing. Another option you could utilize is Beach Kiri. Beach Kiri has potentially large-ish numbers of skill boosts because this was used back in the day before triple 10 combo was worthless, but she could have 4 skill boosts plus 3 is 7 skill boosts on a 2-turn cooldown base, which is pretty easy to inherit over top of for the beginning floors, but she gives you a 2-turn cooldown that makes you water and dark orbs, but you cut your health in half and you don't make hearts. So again, it's another risk you're going to have to take. I guess having OEs is kind of nice zest, but the 10 combos are kind of pointless at this point in time, so it could be possibly a little bit awkward, but it's another orb generator you can use. But like I said before, Karen Dragon is quote-unquote probably the most that's farmable and probably the most accessible option we're going to have for many players, so she can definitely close that loop overall. And then for Vione. Vione is your cleric, and Vione is amazing. She has 3 turns of haste when she transforms, and it gives her blind resist as well as 2 Ls to put your assist back on. But her active skill is a 4-turn cooldown with a Awoken and Unmatchable recovery, along with a board generator. And again, like I mentioned, there are many instances where you have a board you can't actually deal with. So Yukine for the spinners or Vione for the board changer are ways to solve those problems. Because of that, I never like to go into a floor if I don't have at least one of those 2 ready, because I know that if I don't have one of them, both of them ready, there's a good chance a spawn will appear that will make my life very sad. So I always become extra paranoid in that sense overall. In terms of alternatives you can use for Vione, you can utilize Albrecht. Advantages of him are he can have 4 skill boosts or 2 skill boosts with blind resist, 5-turn cooldown that gives you an attack and an RCV multiplier, which is a big deal because it could potentially help you out when you normally wouldn't have access to it. He has 2 Ls, so he can put the assist back on as well. Doesn't get SDRs. This is an older latent. I haven't touched him in quite a while, but he does exist. But he also has 3 time extents. And that's a big deal because this team has hardly any movement time. So having more movement time makes it easier to match the orbs into whatever position you need. So it does make your life a little bit easier, which is always delightful. But then at the same time, you can utilize things like Odin Dragon. He's not going to do any damage, but so was Albrecht and Vione. They're not doing damage. Odin Dragon brings you 7 skill boosts with 2 turns of haste, so it's 9 effective skill boosts, which is comically outrageous. And no damage, but he already has the right coloring. He has nice meaty stats, so to speak. So he's a very much a more budget-friendly option, so to speak, because he's farmable. You can get this individual, so to speak, by spending monster points and farming a bit, but he is accessible. Other things you could use are like, say, Beach Planner, like, again, fills that L replacing aspect, has blind resist, 4 skill boosts. Vione is better option overall, simply because she has more Ls. Drawback of Vione is she doesn't have natural bind immunity, so it could be a little awkward for some assists, but I found Valentine's Day to be great. Again, you can use virtually any cleric, but have a way to put your assist back on with the L. And then lastly, I utilize Big Meat Boy Grigory, because Grigory actually has a comically high amount of HP. And, like I said at the beginning of this video, it's puzzles and team HP. So, you want as much HP as possible. Grigory solves a good chunk of health, and he's also a looping shield, surprisingly. He has 6 turns of damage reduction on a 6-turn cooldown. He brings 6 skill boosts and jammer resist, and some enhanced water combos. So that actually does add up to being a modest amount of damage increase when you match multiple water combos. So pretty great stuff all around. If these 10 combos were team HPs or time extend, I'd be happier because triple 10 combo is worthless nowadays. But big health can take these big HP latents it's going to add bulk to your team, which is incredibly important. I basically just loaded up. In terms of alternatives for looping shield, you can utilize someone like Sekka. They have 2 turns of skill boost and 2 skill boosts and 2 haste. And then when they transform, they need bind resist, so keep that in mind. And they have a 4-turn cooldown that gives you an RCV and a movement time buff on every 4 turns, as well as 4 turns continuously of damage reductions. So, again, fulfills the looping shield. The damage is going to be irrelevant overall. But if you notice, his health is only about 6,000. Grigory is almost 12,000. There is a difference for sure. And the fact that Grigory is not vulnerable to binds means you can take cool weapon assists like Dark A10 for triple team HP and 6 OEs. It's a pretty crazy weapon assist, and Grigory can utilize it because with Grigory, I have so many skill boosts, he doesn't even need to help me transform. Other looping shields you can utilize include A10. A10 also has some enhanced hard orbs like Sekka, so in UN5, I would like to have the enhanced healing from Sekka or A10 more than Grigory's big meaty health. But in this case here, there's no super altitude or no RCV reduction. So you heal up easily with Vion. So A10's healing aspect is less desirable. But A10 could be bind immune, but only 2 skill boosts. So it's kind of like Sekka, so not quite as great. These latents and a Super Awakening would probably change if I started utilizing him more. But more so, the point of the matter is A10 is another looping shield option you can utilize. Not as much health as Grigory, but more health than Sekka. And of course, you can always try and utilize like other looping shield style cards if you really wanted to actually have damage reduction. You can throw on a weapon assist that gives subcolored donation to actually give the stat bonus from Grannerv. Like, the point is, have those 5 metrics, and you can technically build a team for most dungeons. In terms of weapon assist, everything has 2 or more team HP awakenings because health is so important at this point in time. Grannerv has Sena's weapon for double team HP, but this Dragon Killer is immense. 5 times extra damage is a big deal in this game, especially when you're facing a less ideal spawn. For Kuro's weapon assist, it is Corpse Dragon, which is a God Killer, which is a prominent typing in this dungeon. 2 team HPs and the Dark and Water Tacos for more damage. So again, bulk, more damage, and huge personal damage for the owning card. So I put one of these on this Kuro who has the unmatchable latent. Yukinate has Rudra because I wanted as much team HP as possible with a Cross Awakening. But these movement time aspects are just invaluable because, like I said, there's not much movement time on this team, and Rudra is fulfilling the need for health, the cross, and extra movement time. So I like this weapon assist. Remember, Yukine is not dealing damage. These killers just happen to be there. Maybe her main attribute does maybe some damage, but it's nothing I'm banking on overall. Vion's weapon assist is Valentine's Nay, because when Vion transforms, she is vulnerable to binds, and that is obviously a bit of a problem. But with double team HP, full bind resist, you're good. And like I said, team HP all the way, but it also gives you an enhanced hard orb to help Vion's 2 little ones out, so your healing becomes even easier. And the active skill from Valentine's Nay is a full board changer that if you use it right before using Kuro, you always have activation. You use Valentine's Day, you get a board of light, dark, and hearts. Those light orbs will be transformed to water first because Kuro transforms water, then dark, then hearts in that order. So those light will become water. You'll always activate because you're always going to have minimum 3 light orbs. It could be a terrible board, but it's a board nevertheless, which gets you out of a sticky wicket. And because Vion is that board changer, I leave Valentine's Day on her, so even if she overcharges, there's no problem because it's still a cleric. There is 0 risk of Vion overcharging and me being sad. And because I will forget stuff, I like this weapon assist for those reasons. And then finally, Grigory has the Dark A10. Normally this cooldown would give me anxiety, but because Grigory is just using his active skill on cooldown without fail, it's okay to have a a relatively fast-charging inherit just because it's used on cooldown. You enter the dungeon, just dump it. And with the HP and the OEs, you're extra happy. And then finally, my last Kuro friend has 2 God Killer Latents and Seina's Weapon Assist with 4 SDRs. Because again, the damage is huge from that Weapon Assist against the boss who is a God, Dragon, and Healer typing. So all the killers kind of come together and you actually can deal meaningful damage. So with that being said, let us enjoy the actual gameplay footage. Hello, I'm Mantastic'c, and I'm going to do a proper intro when I clear this, so maybe not this way. Alright, dump actives, like aka Grigory, needs to be dumped. The A10 is like low cooldown. Like, you can have Academy Ina as well, that's another option. Okay, I don't want to transform Grannerv yet, because I want to enjoy the delay for the next floor. So I have done a poor job of planning this out. I could have got one more combo in there, but it's fine. I'm pretty confident it dies. So there's no real follow-up attack yet. So all I need to do is basically just ping these bad boys down. And I like how Grannerv has a real leader skill, even not transformed. It makes life much less stressful. So in theory, those little baby pings were kind of silly, but it worked. Maybe I should have matched blue. Is there an attack preemptive? Fish. Maybe there is an attack preemptive. I don't know. So we're going to say there was. So when you're stalling, I have 7 turns of negative orbs. So I want to get rid of these faster because it could ruin your day. So what I like to do is get hit a little bit. And then I can delay it. Because then when I'm hurt, when I'm under the delay, I can happily stall. This gets rid of all the negative orbs patiently and safely. It also could be negative combos, so both work. Grigory now before I forget. Like, it's very fast to make combos like this. Okay, now we smash and go. Oops, what am I doing? I saw the orbs wrong. Ugh. No, wait! I should have waited half a second more for it not to be dark. Yeah, fish. I forgot! I am so strong and powerful it doesn't matter too much. Okay, so I like Vion and Yukine because of boards like this. These make me sad inside. So instead of being sad and dying, I kill him instead. And then I laugh. Whatever. I don't need to match perfectly. He died with so little combos. Like, the damage on this team is absolutely spectacular. And he's the right typing for all my killer latents, so yeehaw damage. Okay, that was a big hit, so rude. Keep going. We keep marching forward. 5x4 boards are so satisfying to solve for TPAs in a way. Because it fully fills up the board, so to speak. Okay, you absorb colors I would rather you didn't. I guess I could run the... You know what? I want to see if my Dark Sub-Attribute is strong enough, ladies and gentlemen. Because I have 2 Dark TPAs right now. So I am thinking that it is possible, and I didn't plan this out super well, but it'll be okay. Because all my pings are really dark at the end. So... Oh, so strong! Killers make a big difference, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's ×5. So now I waste less time, actually, this way. Grigory. No, wait, we don't Grigory yet because I get dispelled on the next floor. Floor 6 is when they dispel you, so don't get too happy about touching Grigory. You want to be patient. I am having a brain fart. Not a good time. I had a really bad moment of pausing of what to do. Luckily, killers go yeehaw, so I don't even care. They're like every typing that I have killers for, basically. Okay, taking away my assist is rude. Luckily, Yukine is just brokenly great. So there goes my happiness, but I do this. And I make L's. Oh, the pings don't matter. Grigory does not matter. No one's pings matter deck beyond the actual real people in this case. But you are right, it is a better policy to have, for sure. So that clears my things, so I'm back in business. How did I just kill that? What did I... Where's my multiplier for that? How did I kill it? Well, I'm dealing 0.25% in damage, and I still killed it. Okay, we gotta get the TPA matched, ladies and gentlemen. And I kind of kept my Dark Orbs in such a way that there's a chance I get more TPAs. So, you are God Dragon typing. I have those killers. You are dead. L's go bird, apparently. Moonlight Secret Dance. Won't you play with me? Okay. Oh, you do absolutely nothing. You're not even dangerous. I like it. Wow. So yes, I will play with you, Diao-chan. I'm waiting for your new evolution, though. Please tell me when you will get it. But yeah, look at the pings deck. None of them even make a slightest of an impact compared to Kuro's anyways. So you're right, I should have put them on the end, but I put them far apart because it annoyed people, apparently. You're absorbing colors I don't care about. You're spinning things that are kind of annoying. He just extended his rod at me. That was rude. I will eventually get rid of these spinners. Wow, killers are just the greatest thing in the world. Oof. So, I gotta use Yukine to give myself Void, so I did deal with the spinners now. Oh, I missed the Dark TP on the side. That's probably not going to matter, because you're a dragon, and as a dragon, you get absolutely pummeled. Ooh, that is a skill delay. Maybe I shouldn't have the unmatchable latent. But then again, it's okay. I have Vion, I have other options. So as long as I just match orbs, I'm fine. I'm just curious, could I even hurt it if I tried? I'm just curious. Just curious. I made a green TPA to compensate. course not. I didn't touch Grigory. Holy fish cakes. Killers are 5 times, Deck. You're right. Whatever. I'll match excessive hearts like that, but instead I'll just kill you because you're not even green anymore, so this one's gonna hurt like heck indeed. Killers are 5 times, plus I have some latent killers at the same time. It all adds up. You are a dragon and god, so my dragon and god killers work. Manly beard. I bet I can kill you with just my sub-attributes. Manly beard. Haven't seen my beard yet, have you? I know, crazy how nothing is told in this game, right? Oh, Manly Beard gets dunked by sub-attributes. That's the title of that floor. He stole some power. Greatly reduced attack. Power decay. Wow, how many things did you do to me? What is my attack debuff? It says greatly reduced. By 35%. Wait, that's my damage. Fish. 25%. Are you the right... You are, like, gonna get... No, he is the wrong everything. So, what I'm gonna do is just instead not try and kill it yet. Like, proven point is I can try and smack it, and it won't do much. Because A, my attack debuff is huge, and I don't have killers, so this damage won't be spectacular in any... I'm wrong, I'm still strong. But I didn't match very well, to be fair. Oh, okay. I will use it now, just in case, because I'm pretty sure I'm at the end. Yes, I am. Yeah, latents are 2, real killers are 5, so it's all adding up to, like, significant amounts of damage. Especially when they overlap. Like, my friend leader has 4 times god, 5 times dragon. So it's big. This floor is also problematic. Okay, I gotta just, like, punch a bit. I have no idea if I can even control my damage. It's a dragon and god, so some people hit too hard. But I do have some damage control, which is good, because this is a bit of a race in a way. I missed one, whoops. Actually, damage is still there. Okay, gotta kill it now, because I'm 100% confident I'm gonna get killed if I don't. Grigory's shield up, please, because otherwise sadness happens. Oops, gotta put the blue here. The dark here. Oh, I see what I did wrong there. But killers are your friend, ladies and gentlemen. I could have done it better. It's okay. I should have picked a different orb to start with. That was my mistake. I didn't want to undo the TPA I had. Yeah, I'll get there. So we just go pretty hard. because it voids of 2 billion, so I can never hurt it unless I get my damage cap above it. A part of me wants to try and almost wait out this negative orb Skyfall, but I know I probably don't have the luxury or time for that. Oh, wait, whoops. I missed up there. Yeah, I don't think I have enough time to make crosses and make it worth it. Well, actually, on this turn I will maybe make crosses of only blue. Because I have negative combos anyways, so why not just do it? Did I not match a cross? Whatever. Game is hard. Okay, good. I'm not debuffed in a bad way. We're gonna make the spinners sink, and I just missed the sinking. So when I use fish! Okay, they're synced. And now they're both blue at least is the idea. So then when I make a new spinner, it's not blue. Okay. Okay, there we go. The damage is there, because whichever Kuro gets buffed does so much damage. Oh, fish. Not enough orbs. Let me look at my orb situation. I do have orbs to activate, at least. Healing will be awkward for this turn, but I should be okay. I just need to get rid of all this negativity or negative orbs. So you're a dark. Oh, I didn't make a blue TPA, but it's okay. I got rid of most of the negative orbs. The damage was never happening, of course. -4 combos, that's rude. Yeah, I didn't make any L's to start, so it's kind of like not happening. Blue, red, green. So this is the only important darkened orb. Got it. Not very well puzzled, Jonathan. Or Mantastic'c, I mean. Oh, there's negative combos anyways. Whatever. Okay, he gets angrier. Touch Grigory. He's with a different color! It's my time to shine, ladies and gentlemen. Is it Grannerv's time to shine too? We'll find out today. Blue, purple, red. So, that is blue. So remember, the darkened orb is blue. Oh, I didn't use Yukine! Fish me sideways! Is he execute me next? How much health does this have? Please, I need to know this. I can wait for 2 turns. We'll wait for 2 turns, because I know it's gonna execute me if I don't wait. Because I just know how gung-ho works. Okay, do way too much damage somehow. Yeah, I have plenty of time, too. Well, I just feel like at the end of this number of turns, I get executed. That's my only fear, really. Maybe I should have just made crosses while I waited for this. Like, I could. So if I had made crosses earlier, I would have been fine. Maybe I should heal instead of being silly. Crazy thought, I know. Okay, here we go. I feel like I would be able to one-shot it at this point, especially with this color. You're dark, you're dark. Okay, you're all dark. This is as good as it's gonna get, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm assuming I kill it at this point, right? Like, I assume it should die, because piercing and all those killers, red versus blue, all that jazz, straightforward title challenge. I should have made more effort to clear the sticky blinds on turns where I wasn't using Void Damage Void. Live and learn. Didn't really get here very much, so like didn't have too many tries, so I could have ironed this out definitely smoother. So yay, happy title. That's a lot of drops. Thank you, Hank. Oh good, L assist recovery. Hey, do you need super snow globe dragons? Because this dungeon's got you lots of super snow globe dragons. Like 10 is a lot. That's a great number of Super Snow Globe Dragons. So yay, beautiful time. So, hopefully this video provides you some insight as to what you can do to tackle this dungeon. Having a color deficit gets offset by the fact that I do so much damage and killers are a thing. So yeah, again, Kuro is great and strong. You only need technically one copy of your own if you have Grannerv to complete the system, but if you have 2 Kuros and no Grannerv, you still can just completely invert the leaders, and you'll be on your happy little way. So, regardless of all that, hopefully all you lovely ladies and gentlemen out there have a truly fantastic day out there in the YouTube world. I'm still streaming, and I'll talk about the team at the beginning of the video, but because of recording and how it works, I record that talking part after I clear, so yay, either way. Hopefully you all have a truly fantastic day, and happy puzzling.